our time now. Where we're going, these dreams we're holding.
Don't cry, don't cry.
All the world is ours to take. You and me will find a way. Oh, the wonder that awaits. Here we are, forever starts today.
These are fancy. Thank you.
This adventure we were meant for. Every day is a chance to discover. You give me reason through every season. Together we can do anything we believe in. All the world is ours to take. You and me will find a way. Oh, the wonder that awaits. Here we are, forever starts. Through it all, the world we face. You and me will find a way. Oh, the wonder that awaits. Here we are, forever starts today.
Alright. Now I'm ready to play with the kids.
All the world is ours to take. You and me will find a way. Oh, the wonder that awaits. Here we are, forever starts. Through it all, the world we face. You and me will find a way. Oh, the wonder that awaits. Here we are, forever starts. How do you do that with your eyes? You know it gets me every time. I swear I wish I could read your mind. 'Cause I ask the same question every night. So just breathe. Breathe in, breathe deep, you know that's all you need. I can't describe your eyes, but they're as blue as the sea. Your heart, it beats in perfect time with me. Baby, you know that I want mine. If we get no rest till the sunrise, until you make me fall in love again as light shows your face, I can never be the same. I plan to love you all my life, until you meet your chariot. What would I do without your eyes? The way they look at me and mine.
It is my great honor and privilege to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Bret Driscoll.
I tend to be used as your pillow. So just breathe. Breathe in, release, you know that's all you need. I can't describe your eyes, but when they're looking at me, my heart, it beats and I can't seem to dream. Baby, you know that I want mine. If we get no rest till the sunrise, until you make me fall in love again as light shows your face, I can never be the same. I until you meet the chariot.
Yeah, perfect, you guys.
Your fingers are mine as they intertwine. You're telling me words unspoken. Our fingers align as they intertwine. You break my heart wide open. Your fingers are mine as they intertwine. You're telling me words unspoken. Our fingers align as they intertwine. You break my heart wide open. Baby, you know that I won't mind. We get no rest till the sunrise. Until you make me fall in love again. Light shows your face.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, with this one.
I plan to love you all my life, yeah. Until you meet the chariot.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bret, before today, Saturday, September 6th, oh gosh, 2014 was the best day of my life. When you walked back inside Anton's and we finally locked eyes, it's like my life finally started. I felt something stronger than fireworks and butterflies. We were like magnets, drawn to each other by a super strong force.
You are my best friend.
I could feel it then from across the room, and when you walked over to me, I was dizzy and floating and shivering and so insanely happy all at the same time. Magnets is the only way that I can try to explain it. From that night on and every day since, it's like you are the only other magnet in the world that I could possibly stick to. I like to think your mom helped us find each other, helped us fight for each other, and helped us get here today. Thank you for being a man of Christ and for promising to lead our family with a strong faith and purpose. Your commitment to your faith, to me, and our family means more to me than I can put into words. Because of you, I feel safe, strong, loved, and special every day of my life. And I can't wait to be husband and wife forever. All my love. Okay.
So good.
Did you like it?
I can't believe how far we've come in the last 4 years. It seems like a short while ago we met on Wanda Street, the street we now call our own. I'm so happy that the day has come that we make what we have official in front of our friends and family. Thank you for helping make me who I am today. You've made me a more caring, compassionate, and selfless person, and I love you for it. Can't imagine how different things would be if we never met, and I have no interest in whatever that would look like. I'm happy we've grown closer over the years and spent so much quality time together, truly sharing our lives together. I'm so excited for the future and our plans. There's nothing I'd rather do than be with you and whatever the Lord has planned for us. God has blessed us with so much and can't wait to really start our lives together. Could write to you for days, but in all honesty, I hope you know by now how much I care for you and love you. I hope this has been one of the best days of your life, and I'm looking forward to a lot more.
Oh, they're so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too.
This was his idea.
In this moment, I've been so nervous to stand here with you. They're all here for us, and I feel their aura. But just for a moment, I'll pretend it's just you. Yes, they can hear us, but they don't understand. I have said all of my vows behind the curtain. I know they see us, but they don't stand a chance. I have kissed those lips 1,000 times before this. Tomorrow I'll open my eyes and I will whisper to my wife, I belong to you. And I will wait to
please welcome to the room the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Bret and Kaitlin Driscoll.
Here at the altar, I refuse to grow older unless it's with you. I fell in love and made you a promise, though I'd never noticed how much it meant to you. Yes, they can hear us, but they misunderstand. There is more behind these words that we have spoken. I know they see us, but only at a glance. Only you know the man that I am beyond the surface. Tomorrow I'll open my eyes and I will whisper to my wife, I belong.
Well, okay, it bodes well that you're all laughing because the majority of the time in a setting like this, when it's just us three, we're in the corner laughing, having our own party. No one laughs at us. So you might not laugh at any of this, and that's okay. As long as Kaitlin laughs, that's what's important. And we know that Bret was a good match because he could put up with it. So we knew he was a good guy. But in all seriousness, no. The Hafes and the Kellys and their whole family really have just adopted me as one of their own and shown me a lot of love and support. No one more than Kaitlin right here. So Bret gets to gain entrance to this amazing family. He's really blessed in that aspect. And he's also really blessed to gain a best friend who he already has, but he already knows this. But Kaitlin's been my best friend for the past 15 years, and she's one of the most generous, loving, kind people I know. So he's hit the jackpot. He knows this. So may God continue to pour out his grace on you this day and all your days. And then she's going to go. I don't really know her, but...
Most of our best memories simply consist of the three of us just sitting alone laughing at ourselves. Jim and I racked our brains trying to note our best inside jokes to include in this speech, but we realized we have more than we could ever count, and no one else will be laughing but Kaitlin. In fact, you've all already missed several of them. Speaking of which, you're already having a seat, but have several. My history with Kaitlin goes back far and covers lots of ground. A few months ago, and with the help of a few cocktails, Kaitlin and I traced our first meeting back to the summer of 2004. It was the summer before I started high school, and Caitlin's a year ahead of me, so she was already in high school. We were both auditioning for a musical in community theater, and I remembered meeting her and thinking how pretty and funny she was, and feeling so intimidated, thinking, would high school be like this? Would all of the girls be this pretty and this confident and hilarious?
She's still kind of intimidating.
I would soon learn that it would not be that way, because Kaitlin is one in a million. Kaitlin was both a beautiful and popular girl, but she was also acing advanced placement U.S. history. I remember this because the boys at my lunch table fawned over her carrying her AP U.S. history binder through the cafeteria. Kaitlin was a member of the Salem Rockettes dance team, but she was also a theater nerd, which is where our paths crossed. She is serious and caring, but hilarious and ridiculous. She has many layers. She was the confident and fierce stranger that I was once intimidated by, and she was also the sister I never had. I didn't know it back in 2004, but Kaitlin would become the one friend I've had throughout all of the most important times in my life. As I like to say, Kaitlin is the only one of my friends with whom I share both home and Hillsdale. That's right, not only were we Salem Rocks, I wasn't a Rockette, I wish I was. Not only were we Salem Rocks, who danced and sang in musicals together in high school, but we are also both Hillsdale Chargers. When I decided I was interested in Hillsdale, I messaged Kaitlin, and though we weren't really close, she responded immediately without hesitation, inviting me to come visit for the weekend. So I did, and boy, what a foreshadowing that weekend was. But perhaps most notably, Kaitlin introduced me to Jim and changed my life forever. They are my two best friends without whom I cannot imagine my world.
I still don't No, her.
Though Kaitlin and I surely spent some of the most memorable college nights I can remember together, we always had a special relationship different than just best friends. Kaitlin has a real sister, an amazing one, but I'm an only child. Having Kaitlin at Hillsdale was like having a piece of home, what I imagine it's like to go to the same college as your real big sister. We didn't live together every year or always hang out with the same people or even see each other every day. We didn't have to. That's what always made our friendship so authentic to me. And a few years ago, I started hearing about a boy named Bret. Bret is kind, smart, caring, and now he is my friend too, and I am so thankful for that. Kaitlin and Bret are a perfect match, and we're delighted to welcome him as one of our MFGs. And so we just want to conclude by saying, Kaitlin, we LYLAS.
Giffy, Gicky,
FHSFH.
Tuffy.
Best wishes, congratulations. We love you guys.
I'm Kaitlin's mini maid of honor, Emily. I've known Kaitlin for nearly 8 years, and I am so happy for her and Bret. I hope you guys have a lifetime of happiness together. We love you. Congratulations.
I've known Bret for about 15 years now, and I had the unique opportunity of living with him during the time that he met Kaitlin, which I'll get into in a little bit here. Yes, it is. First met Bret in sophomore year high school at Catholic Central, Miss Wardle's biology class, I believe, and quickly turned into his test dummy of Charlie horses, which I still have the bruises to show, and quickly learned how smart he was. And ever since then, every single class that I was in, I tried sitting as closely as possible to Bret. So a few years after that, Bret and I decided to have a house together in Royal Oak, Michigan, and that was when I first kind of realized who Bret was. I learned a lot about Bret, not necessarily knowing how we were going to cope, and he taught me many things that kind of has stuck with me throughout my life, one of which is organization and cleanliness, of keeping, importance of keeping a clean house. I've never vacuumed as much as I had in that short period of time. And at first, I have to admit, I was a little bit jealous that you're taking my friend away from me, but I quickly understood the virtues that attracted you to him and who you are as a person. You're selfless, you're oh so caring, and you guys are the perfect match. So, with that being said, God has a plan for both of you guys, and I'm so interested to see where that plan lays out. So, at this point in time, can we please raise a glass to Kaitlin and Bret?
It was surprisingly hard for me to write this speech. You would think that it would be easy writing a toast for your sister's wedding, but it was hard for me to put on paper a lifetime of love and memories. You all know that Kaitlin is a special person. She's magnetic, and there's just something about her that draws you to her. You can't go anywhere with her without her making at least one new friend or talking to everybody. She cares deeply for people. She really does. She is fun and she is funny, and she can be sassy and loud at times. And not only is she my sister, but she is my very best friend, my partner in crime. She's also fiercely loyal, and I know that no matter the time of day or night, I can call her, and I have, and she will come if I need her, and I feel like Bret has kind of gotten used to that as well. She's been at the hospital with me for each of the births of my sons. When I had my first, my husband got the flu in the hospital our last night there, and Kaitlin was home on Thanksgiving break, and she spent my first night home with my baby, and I had a C-section, and she got out of bed all night long to hand me the baby, and I look forward to being able to do that to her. She Skyped me all the time when she was still away at school, because we didn't have iPhones back then, and she would spend hours on the computer talking to baby John, and she would say to me, like, just go take a nap, I'll watch him, and if he needs you, I'll call you. And I obviously did not take her up on that, but I really appreciated the gesture. And Kaitlin's capacity to love grows with each new family member, and I know that that is exponentially true with Bret. As her older sister, I long prayed a lot for Kaitlin to meet the right one. It takes somebody special to care correctly for my sister. He is the calm to her storm. He is also a great addition to our family, not only because he stepped seamlessly into his role as Uncle Bret, but I personally adore hosting him at family events and parties because he is the first one to grab a garbage bag and clean up. It's amazing. So Bret, if I may, I'd like to give you just a few key pieces of advice. Growing up, Kaitlin needed her Saturday morning cartoon time. Like, you didn't speak to her after the week, you let her eat cereal and watch cartoons. So I would encourage you to do that. Fix her some breakfast, turn on Real Housewives, and just give her her space. When she is hangry, Chinese food or chili cheese fries smothered in ketchup, which you know. And I would recommend keeping bags and bags of peanut butter M&Ms. And Kaitlin, her deep thoughtfulness, her fierce loyalty, limitless sass, and bottomless love. If you would all raise your glasses with, not me, but to Kaitlin, Bret, and the new family that you start today, and bring great joy in all the days of your life. And may you quickly give me a niece or nephew to spoil. Cheers.
Honey, we got a moon that's full and a dance floor made of grass. Your blue eyes make me wanna make this evening last. Put on an old song, put on that new dress. Tomorrow's coming, but it ain't here yet. We got stars outside, just you and I got this feeling rising through the ceiling, singing, ooh, darling, you got me feeling alright. Let me show you I was made to hold you. So loose shoes and dance with me, dance with me, dance with me tonight. Dance with me tonight. We can just forget the deadlines, leave them in the 9 to 5. Let's not waste a night like this. Let's hold on tight. We got stars outside.